What's up, everyone? I'm back again today with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the most feared promo in Madden Ultimate Teams. Now, there's a lot to this promo. It's going to be a 3-part promo, and this is only part 1. So, if one of the players you're hoping got a card didn't get a card or whatever, there's still 2 more opportunities that it might happen. And, yeah, so today I'm just going to start with talking about the player overalls and just, like, what kind of good teams are, like, what players are going to be good on what teams. That sounded more confusing than this. Anyway, you'll see what I mean. And then we'll move on to how you can get those cards. So, if you do enjoy the video or it does help you out, then, yeah, please subscribe, like the video, and I hope you enjoy. So I decided 2 things about how I'm going to do this. First of all, I'm going to use Mutthead, the Madden database, because I want to give you guys more of like an actual like stat look, like what are their stats, how good are they, that sort of thing. And second of all, the other thing I decided is I'm not going to do the 81s, and I'm not going to do most of the 83s, and maybe not even some of the 85s. I'm just going to point out the cards that I think could be most helpful for you or your team, right? So, like, I'm not showing off some 70 overall linebacker with 2 speed, you know what I mean? So the first one that definitely deserves to be shouted out is this 83 overall Tim Patrick. So, first thing that immediately stood out to me, he has 88 speed. That means powered up, he has 89 speed. That's what? How much is he going for? 7,000 coins. You can get an 89 speed wide receiver for 7,000 coins. That's insane. He is a budget beast immediately. Second of all, if you have a Broncos theme team, I think that's the only team he played for. I'm almost positive. It doesn't say it on here. But, yeah, if you have a Broncos theme team, if you power him up, you get him to an 89 speed, and then your +2 speed for Broncos gives him 91 speed, which is one of the fastest receivers currently in the game. So, this is definitely a card to look out for. And the last thing that puts him aside is I thought he was going to be a physical receiver. He's actually deep threat. Deep threat I consider the second best archetype to route runner, so do most people. But, yeah, he's 6'4". And what I've noticed is in this Madden, tall wide receivers reign supreme. Tall, fast wide receivers. That's why Megatron's always so good. So, overall, great card, fast card, tall card, not terrible archetype. Great for Broncos theme teams or even no money spent low budget teams. Okay, so this card caught a lot of people's attention right away, and rightfully so. I am going to point him out right away. This is Trey Wayne's. He is an 85 overall. He's 20,000 coins. You could literally play some solo challenges and get that. And he's 89 speed. He powers up to 90 speed, which is one of the fastest corners in the entire game. But, so, my bad for the ads, by the way. I don't know why a headset is coming up, but congratulations, Amazon. Anyway, but yeah, he powers up to 90 speed. 90 speed for a corner is well enough. Like, well enough. Again, coverage stats aren't great, but coverage stats aren't really necessary in this game unless you're building, like, a stacked team. Like, I'm not saying to put these cards on, like, the best team in Madden or anything, but just for, like, regular, no money spent, low budget teams, this is definitely your guy. And again, for Bengals theme teams, this is 92 speed. This is probably your best corner. So, this is, actually, Bengals had a really good day in this promo, but we'll get to some of the other players later. But, yeah, very good card. Very cheap card for its overall speed and all that sort of stuff. So, I think that's the last 85 we have. So, we're going to go to the 87s now. So, yeah. Okay, moving on to our 87s. We are starting out hot. I have a feeling this guy is going to be on a lot of teams. Not even theme teams or no money spent teams. And that guy is Raheem Mostert. He sadly got injured for the whole year. I had him on my fantasy team. You know, kind of salty about that. But hey, it happens. He has 91 speed base. Base speed. That's as fast as those Team Diamonds, like the Deuce Staleys and the Thurman Thomases and all that. He powers up to 92 speed and is 94 speed on theme teams. And I'm pretty sure he did play for more than the 49ers, if I'm correct. So that is a great card right there. Very low budget, 34,000 coins for a 94 speed running back. Like Deuce Staley's probably like 160-10. literally 94 speed for 34,000. He's definitely probably the best deal out of this whole promo so far. So yeah, I would definitely check this out if you have a low budget, no money spent. Okay, so now we're going to go over the 90 overalls. Now, before we get into it, I'm just going to preface this with saying I'm not going over every single 90 overall. I want to get to the good cards and the limiteds. So, if I don't think they're worth going over, I'm not going over them. So, spoiler alert, Stephon Tuitt's not that good. Derek Carr is not that good at quarterback. I'm sorry, Raiders fans. It's just not going to happen. He's just not all that good. Who else isn't all that good? That was a 90 overall. I honestly forget the rest of them. Jonathan Allen, he's just not a good defensive tackle. But we will start with someone who I think is actually going to be an underrated card in this promo, which is Xavier Rhodes, who has 90 speed. So he powers up to 91 speed, and some people may look at that, even for really good teams, and say, well, I could get like 93 speed Aaron Glenn, or I think that's his name. But the thing about him is he's 6'1", so he's not short for a corner at all. And what I've realized is the big corners, in my opinion, tend to get more interceptions. I know a lot of people have been having problems with getting interceptions in this game, like dropping picks and stuff. This height should give you an advantage, and he's definitely not getting burned by any means. So definitely a good card, even though he's expensive, you can get him free. And we'll go over that later, obviously, but yeah, definitely. Okay, so the next player I'm going to talk about is 90 overall Corey Davis. So Jets fans, we might finally actually have a good receiver. I don't think they've had any good receivers unless they're actually on other teams currently or known for other teams and have like a short stint on the Jets. Like, this is probably going to be becoming very enhanced for Jets teams. But even for non-Jets teams, 90 speed powers up to 91. Again, not slow by any means. Not the fastest receiver in the game, so God teams aren't going to have this. But just again, a casual, no money spent type team, this is a guy for you for sure. No bad stats for route running, no great ones, but nothing bad. Not a bad archetype whatsoever. Again, deep threat is definitely favorite. And again, another tall wide receiver. I think that's the whole point of most years, like having tall players and all that. But again, it's nice to have definitely worth taking a look at. Okay, so I actually skipped a bunch of the 90 overalls, but to me, these are the three you should be focusing on. So this last one, this is my favorite one by far. Like, way by far. I think everyone who has like a no money spent team should get this card. If I didn't have an Eagles team, he would be on this team today. And that is Jeremy Chinn. Want to know my reasons why? Well, here you go. 91 speed for a safety. 91. You count up to 92. That's the fastest safety in the game. I'm almost positive that's the fastest safety in the game. Strong safety or free safety. I'm almost positive. Maybe there's like one I'm forgetting. I'm pretty sure it's faster than Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, all those guys. He is very fast. And even better yet, he's 6'3". So if you want a user, guy, this is the guy to use her, because he will get up for the ball, and he is super fast. So, other than Cam Chancellor, who's obviously like a 95 overall already, he's the master, this is by far the best user, second best safety to Cam Chancellor as well. I mean, this guy's just great. To me, you should definitely get Jeremy Chinn when you're thinking about getting these free cards. Okay, so now we're on to the big boys, the 92 overalls. So, the first one is Ed Reed. I'm not going to spend much time on this one. This is one of the most boring ones in my opinion. Don't use linebackers, okay? Don't use linebackers on the team unless they're pass rushing linebackers. Obviously, you can tell he is not a pass rushing linebacker. It's 47 power move and 67 finesse. He's a coverage linebacker. Says he's a run stopper. He's not stopping anyone. That's just not gonna happen. Yeah, I do not suggest this card whatsoever, and I'm just gonna move on. So the next card is Larry Allen. And again, sadly, we're starting with probably the two worst. I just don't suggest this card whatsoever. This 92 run blocking looks great, and then you look into it and realize he's 92 run block power and like 90 run block finesse. So I have no clue how they get 92 run block out of that. Doesn't make much sense, but okay, Madden. And he only has 90 pass block, really, for like... no, he only has 89 pass block. My bad, I was looking at his pass block power. His pass block finesse is even worse. And this is like the big card, really. I would never spend 280,000 points. Absolutely not. Even if he might be the best card in the game, I don't know. But I guarantee you, he will be one of these cards that are the best now, but he's going to be replaced so quick in one of these promos, it's not even fun. So, I do not suggest this card personally. Prove me wrong, I don't know. I don't see this card being that great. Okay, so now we're going to get to the good one. So, remember when I said the Bengals were going to have a really good day today? Well, yeah, this is most of the reason why. Jesse Bates, 92 speed safety, so I was wrong about Jeremy Chin. But this isn't a user card, so they're two different types of things. Still definitely get Jeremy Chin to be your user. He's a coverage safety for sure. 92 speed is going to be 93 speed powered up, 95 speed safety on Bengals theme teams. That might be the fastest card in the game. I'm not positive on that, so don't quote me on it, but it just might. Apparently, I just saw this. He can actually play multiple positions, which is kind of nice, even though he's not as high overall. 93 zone. To me, you should have your safeties playing zone, at least in my scheme, that's what I do. So 93 zone, 92 speed looks like a great corner. Not short by any means, 6'1". This is looking like the best safety, coverage safety in that. Jeremy Chin is the second best user safety to Cam Chancellor. Them two should be your two users for sure. There's no reason why even nobody spent team shouldn't have the best two users in the game with Jeremy Chin and Cam Chancellor. To me, that's just a no-brainer. You can get both for free. But Jeremy Chin, definitely the best coverage safety. So if you keep getting torched and burned over top, that won't happen with this guy. Okay, so the last and probably, well, not probably, definitely the most highly talked about and anticipated card in this entire promo, Derrick Henry. He has 91 speed for a power back. That means you power him up, he gets 92. Titans theme team's 94 speed. Again, that's the same as Deuce Staley on a theme team. And, oh my god, 92 speed and 92 trucking, 92 break tackle. What else do you want in a running back? He is the best running back in the game, unless you want to pass the ball and you want backfield master. In that case, probably Deuce Staley. But still, this is a great card for running the football down your opponent's throat. Like, they are not stopping this. I just played a whole season with my friend in squads. We made it to the Super Bowl, lost in the Super Bowl, kind of unfortunate. Anyway, yeah, we faced a guy with this Derrick Henry, and he'd be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He's had to shoot the gap, and he just trucked me over and gained 3 yards at least every play. So this guy is insane. I have nothing else to really say about him. If you're gonna get a 92, I suggest this guy. Okay, so now we are on to the limited edition cards, only in packs for the little time being that this first part of the promo is going to be out. And before I judge these, I just want to say, these are God cards, okay? So, even if I say it's not good, that's only because I'm comparing it to the best possible cards. Like, this card is 300,000 points right now, right? So that's the way I'm judging it. So if I'm like, oh, JJ Watt's crap, like, I'm not saying, like, of course it's a God card, but you know what I mean, I think. I'm judging it so highly that it's a limited. That being said, I would not get this card. I think you can kind of tell where this is going. See, the thing is, he He has very good block shed, which is good. He has very good power move, which is also good. But his finesse is just too low. Like, the sad reality, not even the sad reality, just the reality is if you're not using your D linemen, you want both of these at the time. Because the computer is the one judging every play, which either power or from finesse move they want your end or outside linebacker to do. So it's like completely random, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's based off of like the offensive lineman and what's most successful and stuff like that. But it will use both of these in a game. So maybe if you want like El Toro and just be a demon and use her in an end all game, I mean, be my guest, this is the guy to do it with. But if you want to spend a lot of coins on an end, not even a lot of coins, honestly, anymore. If you want to spend coins on an end and you want him to just wreak havoc on your opponent, I'd go with Charles Haley, number 1, personally. He has almost the exact same power and finesse, and they're both about 90. I mean, that Charles Haley's really good from Team Diamonds. The other one is more expensive. The second best, I'd say, is Chandler Jones. He still has decent, I think. Oh, is he a power rusher? I think he's a power rusher. So he still has decent finesse. I think he has 88 finesse, which is a little higher than JJ. But I think he has, like, an insane amount of power. I think he might have, like, 93, 92-ish power. And he's much cheaper than this, I'm almost positive. He has to be. So I'd go with one of those before I'd go with JJ Watt. That's just my opinion. So yeah, I'll just move on to the next one. Okay, the last card of Most Feared, Travis Kelsey. So 6'5", extremely good, obviously. Got 92 catch, all good route running. This deep route running is quite low for a tight end, like a limited tight end like this. It's also just completely not realistic to Travis Kelsey in real life, but it is what it is. 87 speed's obviously good, but Evan Ingram 85 overall has more speed than that, you know what I mean? And again, his pass blocking just isn't good. So when we're saying a god card, like this is 300,000 coins, I wouldn't get him. If you toss your tight end a lot, you can get a budget guy like Evan Ingram. He will do good for your team, as funny as that sounds. If you are like me and you don't throw your tight ends a lot, I mean, that Y-Check, I forget his first name for some reason, it's kind of annoying. But Y-Check, definitely good, and Jimmy Graham. I'd stick to those. Travis Kelsey for any team, I don't suggest it. If you really want to just go out and spend coins, I mean, he's probably the best receiving tight end in the game, just because of his route running. But, I mean, I don't see anything special about either of the limiteds personally. Let me know what you think, but I'm just not seeing it. Okay, so now that we went over all the players, the last thing I want to show you is how you get some of these players. Now, obviously, you can't get the 90 shoes for free yet, but you can get the 90s for free. So I'll at least show you how to do that. You get a bunch of things for free. So first of all, the obvious one, solo challenges. Now, we have these solo challenges just called Most Feared right now. It's 30 challenges. I actually got done with 20 of them. I'm probably going to do the last 10 literally the moment I get done here. You go in, they're pretty easy challenges too. I think in total, these two sets maybe took me, I don't know, I'd say like 45 minutes to an hour. Really not bad at all. This will probably take me another 20 minutes, so you're talking maybe at max an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30 minutes if you like really take your time on these solos. You're talking more like an hour. And essentially, this is what you get, 5,000 points. 81 plus isn't even bad. I actually pulled that 83 overall, might use sold them for a bit. Got another 5,000 points, and here's your first 90 overall for free. Now, it is an end pack, which I'm just warning, these don't go in the set. That screwed me over in the pack. You can't get your Derrick Henry pack, okay? But you could get your Corey Davises, you can get Jeremy Chinn, obviously, some of those are like that. Xavier Rhodes, then you get another 5,000 points, and the final reward is 82 and 81 pluses, which again, first one. Okay, now another way you can get 290 overalls. So this is, you can get 390 overalls in total, is you can do the most feared objective. Now, there are 20 objectives, and not all of them are easy, right? So, 120 stars in most feared isn't too bad. 240 stars in most feared. The stars ones aren't going to be bad. The most feared sets are going to be bad. 5 sets might be a little challenging. Win 15 games or at least 15 passes. That's not going to be hard. Passes you out hard. You get 4,000 yards. Sacks might be challenging for some people. Winning 25 games or at least 200 yards. That might not be easy for some people who don't play online. And probably the hardest one, 15 sets in most years. The rest of these are pretty easy. Win 25 games while kicking 3 field goals. This just sounds like solo challenge grinds. Rush for 6,000 yards might be a bit of a grind. Fumbles is probably a solo challenge for him. I actually put set on this channel. Win 10 solo battle head-to-head. Win 30 solo battle head-to-head. Also not that bad. 50. Start pushing it a little bit. 700 tackles in head-to-head might be difficult for some people who don't play it that much. And score 2,000 points in house sports. You go over. Now that sounds like a lot, which it definitely is. But first of all, don't think it's impossible, because we have till the end of most years, like all 3 parts, and farther a little past that, I'm sure, from what I've heard. Second of all, just look at the rewards that you get. Oh my god, you get 35,000 coins, so that's good to start. Second of all, you get 58,000 XP. If you are not max level, you need to be doing this. This needs to be #1 priority if you are not max level. This is easy 91 overall George Kittle right here, who by the way is better than Travis Kelsey. But we won't get into that. So yeah, just 58,000 XP right there, right at your fingertips. And then the best part of it all, you get 290 overalls, and guess what? They're not end capped. So if you want to start working towards that good old Derrick Henry, you could start doing that. Also, if you don't want any of the 92s or anything like that, you don't want any of the 90s like me, because I have an Eagles team, these are optional. I'm pretty sure those 90 overalls are probably going for around 100K a piece. I mean, I'm not positive. I have to check my head. Maybe it's a little less than that. Maybe the market crashed a bit. But still, you're making probably at least 150K there, if not more. It's probably more. So, definitely worth doing. Even though it's going to be challenging, you can get it done. And the rewards are the same. So, after everything I've already said for you guys to do, you have done the solo challenges to get 1 90 overall. You have done the objective list to get 2 more, so that's 3. That's 390 overall. That's already good, but we are not done. The next thing you can do is actually play the yard. Now, I was actually kind of surprised about this, that they're really going to incorporate the yard and Ultimate Teams this closely. They've been doing things like this throughout the year, but I think they really want people to play the yard. So, as you can see, by playing the yard and doing specific objectives, you actually get most weird collectibles, and you can trade those collectibles for a 90 overall fantasy pack. And from what I understand, these are auctionable and tradable for sets. So again, if you're working towards that Derrick Henry, now you already have 3 out of the, I think, 4 you need to just get it. You know what I mean? So this could be very good. So you have to get 500 passing yards, you have to sack the quarterback 5 times, lateral at 15 times, which sounds difficult, but trust me, in the yard it's easy. And get 3 pick sixes, which might be the hardest one, but after you get all of that, you get your own 90 overall, and you get to choose which one. So, I mean, this looks great. 4 390 overalls, 3 out of the 4 being where you get to choose them and auction them. So, I'm about to show you the final way to get just 1 more 90 overall. Okay, so before I go on to how you get the final 90 overall, I just want to say quick, I checked the sets, and you only need 3 of the 90s to get Derrick Henry, or like any of the 90s. So that literally means they're giving you Derrick Henry for free. If you do the objectives and you decide to do the yard objectives by the end of Most Feared, you can get any 92 from this set of 92s that you want for free. And you get all 90 overalls back as end packs. So if you wanted to still play with the 90 overalls you got, you can do that, which is just insane. That's wild to me. Madden's never made like this much for this stuff. But anyway, moving on. The last way you can get yourself a 90 overall is from House Rules. You could get a 90 overall. I don't know exactly how many wins you need to get. You could check the objectives. It's not that hard to find. It's probably right in Most Feared, I would assume. You get another 90 overall end cat this way. Or if you're finally done with the stupid 90 overalls, you have enough of them, you're like, you know what, there are only like 3 good ones anyway, then you can get yourself an 85 plus overall auctionable and tradable Most Feared player, which might actually be good, because I mean, like, let's just say they go for like 25k, which sounds reasonable for an 85. And it's plus, by the way, so you get higher. Let's just say 85. It's better than selling, like, a stupid 90 overall for, like, reduced training, since it's an end cap and stuff. So, you know, just something else to do. I'm definitely going to do these eventually somewhere down the line. But, yeah. That's pretty much everything so far for the Most Feared promo. If you guys did enjoy this video, or you think I did a good job explaining this promo, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have tons of coin making methods and strategies for Ultimate Teams coming out. Probably some gameplay with my friends, possibly. Also, if you want to see any of this stuff live, go over to twitch.tv/TheLambGaming. You know, if you just want a live experience, get the chat. It's a lot of fun. Just head over there, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.